All right, so you're getting ready for an interview for an electricity sales rep. That's awesome. Let's do a deep dive into some of those questions that you might get asked
Yeah, definitely.
and
Yeah.
some really good ways to answer them.
Yeah, we're going to be using a career guide for this one and also talking about how RoleCatcher AI can help you really stand out.
Absolutely.
It's a really exciting time to be in this field,
Yeah.
especially with the shift towards things like smart grids and renewable energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Companies are looking for people who not only know how to sell electricity, but really understand, the bigger picture.
So are you saying that the career guide kind of like paints a picture of an electricity sales rep being like an energy consultant?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they assess client needs, they recommend solutions, build long-term relationships.
Okay, cool. So let's get into the questions then.
Sounds good.
So the classic one, can you tell us about your experience in the electricity sales industry? I mean, this seems pretty simple,
Right.
but what are interviewers really trying to figure out there?
Well, of course they're looking for sales acumen, but also how well you communicate and your
Uh-huh.
passion for the field.
Right.
It's more about like your achievements than just like listing duties.
Okay.
So instead of saying I managed a portfolio of clients, you could say something like I grew my client base by 15%
Wow, yeah.
by implementing a targeted outreach strategy focused on renewable energy solutions. Quantify your impact.
Okay, so it's about showcasing those wins and then like connecting them back to what the company's goals are.
Exactly. Yeah. And, don't worry if your experience isn't like directly in electricity sales, you can highlight things from past roles,
Oh, yeah.
like transferable skills,
Yeah.
like customer service, negotiation, or even project management.
Right.
It's all about showing that you're willing to learn and adapt.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
What about when they ask, how do you approach generating new leads? That feels like that could be a tricky one.
Yeah, it can be tricky. Interviewers want to see that you have a proactive and strategic approach.
So don't just say cold calling or networking. Go a little deeper.
Yeah.
Talk about how you actually like identify potential clients, how you research their energy needs,
Okay.
and then tailor your outreach.
Okay.
You could even mention like attending industry events,
Oh, yeah.
like the annual Energy Innovation Conference to connect with people
Yeah.
who are interested in smart grid technology.
Yeah, because the career guide even mentioned that being active in the industry shows initiative.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, a likely follow-up to that question could be, what's your most successful strategy for converting leads into paying customers?
Ooh, yeah. I feel like this is the moment to shine and like really show your sales process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, focus on building rapport,
Yeah.
understanding their pain points,
Yeah.
and then presenting like customized solutions.
Okay.
You could say something like, I prioritize building genuine relationships with leads, understanding, their energy goals and challenges.
Yeah.
And then I leverage my knowledge of our company's offerings to craft proposals.
That directly address their needs.
So being like a consultant, not just a salesperson.
Exactly.
You're finding the right fit.
Exactly. Now, switching gears a little bit, they might ask, how do you prioritize your sales goals and objectives?
Okay.
This is where they're going to be assessing, your organization and strategic thinking.
It's not enough to just be like, I make a to-do list though, right?
Right.
What kind of approach are they looking for?
Think about frameworks like SMART goals.
Okay.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Right.
Explain how you break down those goals
Oh, yeah.
and use tools like CRM systems.
Okay.
So for instance, you could say, I use a CRM system to organize my tasks and track progress. This ensures a consistent sales flow while keeping me focused on high priority accounts and meeting targets.
Yeah, that makes you sound really organized.
Right.
Okay, this next one, I feel like everybody dreads it. How do you handle objections or concerns from potential customers?
Uh-huh.
You know you're going to get objections, right?
Right. They're inevitable. Yeah.
But they don't have to be deal breakers.
Yeah. This is about your resilience and your problem solving.
Okay.
So view objections as opportunities. Emphasize active listening and finding solutions.
Right.
You could say something like, I see objections as valuable feedback, and I listen to understand their concerns and then leverage my knowledge to find a win-win solution.
Wow.
For example, when a client was worried about switching due to reliability concerns, I provided data showcasing our company's robust infrastructure and offered them a trial period with a satisfaction guarantee.
Oh, that's great. You're taking a potential negative and you're making it a positive and showing your expertise.
Exactly. And then to stay ahead of the curve, they might ask you, how do you stay up to date with changes and advancements in the electricity sales industry?
And that's so important because the energy sector is constantly evolving.
Right.
So showing that you're committed to learning is key there.
Yeah, you want to mention things like professional development courses, conferences, industry publications,
Hmm.
even following thought leaders on social media.
Right.
Highlight specific areas of interest, like smart grid technologies. You could say, I regularly attend industry conferences like the Smart Grid Innovations Forum and subscribe to publications like Energy Tech Weekly. I'm also really interested in smart grid technology as it presents great opportunities for energy optimization and customized solutions for clients.
Okay, so you're not just keeping up, but like you're actively seeking out knowledge.
Exactly.
Now, this one might sound a bit technical. How do you manage your sales pipeline and ensure a consistent sales flow?
It is technical, yeah, but this is your chance to really show off your organization skills and strategic thinking.
Right.
So talk about how you track leads, nurture those relationships, and move them through the sales funnel.
Okay.
And don't forget to mention the tools and methodologies that you use, like CRM systems, sales forecasting, or pipeline analysis. A good example of this would be, I use a CRM system to meticulously track my lead schedule follow-ups and monitor progress through each stage of the sales process. This allows me to identify and address any potential bottlenecks, ensuring a consistent flow of qualified leads.
That's impressive, like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly.
Now, this one, let's talk about storytelling. Can you tell us about a time you successfully closed a difficult sale? Everyone loves a good success story.
Right.
And this is your chance to share one.
Yeah, choose a situation where you face some obstacles. Maybe the customer was hesitant, had like really specific demands, or was considering a competitor,
Uh-huh.
and then use the STAR method situation, task, action, and result.
Okay.
Walk them through your actions, and then, the positive outcome. You could say something like, I once worked with a large manufacturing plant that was really hesitant to adopt a renewable energy solution due to cost concerns. I researched their energy consumption patterns and presented a customized plan using solar and wind power that would significantly reduce their carbon footprint while providing long-term cost savings. After several consultations and negotiations, they signed a 5-year contract, and we helped them achieve their sustainability goals.
Wow, that's a really powerful story
Right.
because it showcases your persistence, your problem-solving skills, and your commitment to like finding the right solution.
Exactly. And now before we move on to some more questions, let's touch on how RoleCatcher's AI features can really be a game changer for your interview prep.
Yes, because it's like having a personal coach and a tech expert all in one.
Yeah, it's true. Imagine getting AI-powered feedback on your answers to these exact questions.
Mm-hmm.
RoleCatcher analyzes your responses
Wow.
and helps you fine-tune your content, your delivery, and even your nonverbal communication.
Yeah, and don't forget the resume tailoring feature
Oh.
because it's AI that helps highlight the most relevant skills and experience for specific job descriptions.
Right.
So your application stands out.
Yeah, it's like having a virtual career consultant
Wow.
crafting your resume.
So before we jump back into more interview questions, I just want to remind our listeners that all these incredible RoleCatcher features and resources will be linked in the show notes.
Definitely.
So check them out after this deep dive.
For sure.
Okay, let's get back into those interview questions and equip you with even more strategies for success.
Sounds good. Okay, so let's tackle another common question. How do you measure the success of your sales efforts? I mean, this one might seem straightforward,
Yeah,
but interviewers are looking for a deeper understanding,
okay.
It's more than just closing deals.
So it's not just about like hitting those sales targets then.
Right, exactly. While meeting quotas is important,
Right.
it's really only one piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
Think about the long-term success of your client
Okay.
and how you're contributing to their growth.
Mm.
Things like customer retention, positive feedback, aligning with the company's strategy.
Right.
Those all play a role.
Okay, so instead of just saying like, I always exceed my sales targets, that would be a better way to say it.
You could say, I measure my success by consistently surpassing sales goals while prioritizing customer satisfaction and retention. I actively seek feedback
Okay.
to ensure I'm meeting their evolving needs and exceeding expectations.
Yep.
Building those lasting relationships is what drives sustainable growth.
Yeah, I like that because it shows you're focused on the bigger picture and
Yeah.
not just the quick sale.
Right.
Speaking of building relationships, what about this question? How do you build and maintain relationships with existing customers?
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like in electricity sales where long-term contracts are so common.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about showcasing, your ability to foster those strong, lasting relationships that benefit both you and the customer.
Okay.
Think about how you stay in touch,
Okay.
how you provide ongoing support,
Mhm.
and go the extra mile to make your clients feel valued.
Yeah, and like those regular check-ins and that personalized communication we talked about earlier.
Exactly. The career guide really emphasized, making clients feel like partners, not just transactions.
Right.
So you want to be proactive
Right.
and demonstrate a genuine interest in their success.
Okay.
You could say, I make it a point to schedule regular check-ins with my clients, not just to discuss their current needs, but also to anticipate future challenges and opportunities. I stay informed about industry trends that might impact their business and offer tailored advice proactively.
Okay, so it's like you're wearing two hats.
Yeah.
You're the salesperson, but also like a trusted advisor.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit to a question that really kind of assesses your ability to handle pressure.
Mhm.
How do you handle a high-pressure sales environment?
Oh, yeah.
Because electricity sales can be demanding, and they
Right.
want to know that you can stay calm and focused.
Okay, so what would be a better answer than like the typical, I work well under pressure?
Yeah, you want to talk about specific strategies that you use to manage stress, prioritize tasks,
Yeah.
maintain a positive attitude when things get really hectic.
Mhm.
You could say, I thrive in fast-paced environments. I use a combination of time blocking and task prioritization to stay organized and meet deadlines. I also believe in maintaining a healthy work-life balance to avoid burnout and bring my best self to work each day.
Okay. I like that it's a really balanced approach because it shows your resilience
Yeah.
and that proactive mindset instead of just toughness.
Exactly. And now this next one can be a curveball for some people. Can you describe a time you failed to meet a sales goal and what you learned from it?
Oh,
I know, right? But listen,
okay.
everybody makes mistakes,
Yeah.
but it's really about, how you learn and grow from those.
So this is where honesty and self-awareness are key.
Absolutely. Choose a specific example,
Okay.
explain what happened, take ownership of your role in it,
Mhm.
and most importantly, highlight the lessons that you learned and how you applied them to improve.
Right.
You could say something like, in my previous role, I once underestimated the time it would take to implement a new software system, which really impacted my sales cycle and caused me to miss a quarterly target. From that, I realized I needed to improve my project management skills and communication with my team. So I took a course on project management and implemented regular check-ins with my colleagues to make sure everyone was on the same page. This experience taught me the importance of proactive planning and communication, and I've consistently exceeded my targets ever since.
Okay, so taking that negative experience and turning it into a positive learning opportunity.
Exactly. And before we get back to those interview questions, I want to circle back to RoleCatcher and how its AI can really be a secret weapon in your prep.
Yes, because it really is like amazing.
It is.
It's like having a virtual coach.
Right. Imagine practicing your answers to these questions and getting personalized feedback from an AI that has analyzed thousands of successful interviews.
Right.
RoleCatcher can help you fine-tune your content, your delivery, even your nonverbal communication so you can walk into that interview feeling confident and prepared.
And it's not just about like what you're saying, like the content,
Right.
but RoleCatcher even offers video practice with AI feedback.
It does.
So you can work on your body language and your overall presentation.
Yeah, it's like having a virtual interview coach right there in your pocket.
I feel like that is so valuable, especially when you're nervous.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's get back to those interview questions and cover some more ground.
Well, let's keep going with another tough one. How do you handle rejection from potential customers?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every salesperson has to deal with that, right?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely something everyone faces.
Yeah, but not everyone handles it well.
Right, that's true. And this question is all about resilience
Okay.
and keeping a positive attitude.
Right.
Interviewers want to know that you're not going to get discouraged easily
Yeah.
and that you can learn from these setbacks.
Okay. So how do you turn a no into like a learning experience?
We'll focus on understanding why they said no. Was it the price? Was it the timing? Did they find a better fit with a competitor?
Right.
You could say something like, I see rejection as a chance to learn and get better. I always try to understand things from the customer's point of view
Right.
and figure out what I could have done differently. For example, if a client chooses to go with the competition,
Mm-hmm.
I'll research what the competitor's offering
Okay.
and see where we might have fallen short. This helps me fine-tune my pitch and, better meet those client needs.
So it's like having a growth mindset,
Exactly.
It's not personal. You just use it to improve.
Right now, this next question can be a little tricky. Why should we hire you for this electricity sales representative position?
Ooh, yeah.
It's your chance to really sum up all your strengths
Yay.
and directly connect them to what the company is looking for.
Okay, so it's like your closing argument.
It is, yeah. Highlight your relevant skills, your experiences, your achievements, and then tie them back to what the company needs. You could say something like, "You should hire me because I'm a really driven sales professional with a proven track record. I'm passionate about the energy industry, and I really want to contribute to your company's mission. My experience and mention relevant experience combined with my strong communication skills make me the perfect fit."
Yeah, that's really confident and concise.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about you answering questions, but remember, interviews go both ways.
That's right.
You should have some good questions for them too.
Absolutely.
What kind of questions would really impress an interviewer?
Well, you could ask about the company's growth strategy, their focus on renewable energy, or even like some specific challenges that they're facing.
Okay.
This shows that you've done your research and that you're really interested.
So instead of just asking, like, what's the company culture like? You could ask something more specific.
Exactly. Yeah. Something like, "I'm really impressed with your company's commitment to developing microgrid solutions. Can you tell me more about how this is shaping your sales strategy and what role this position plays in its success?"
Wow, that's a great question.
Right.
It shows you get their business,
Uh-huh.
and you're already thinking about how you can contribute.
Exactly. And before we wrap things up, let's go back to the RoleCatcher Career Guide for a minute.
Okay.
We talked a lot about interview questions,
Yeah.
but it's important to really understand the bigger picture of what this role is all about
Right.
and the industry itself.
And the guide makes a really good point about how the industry is like changing so much right now
It is, yeah.
with renewable energy, smart grid technology.
It's an exciting time to be in this field.
It is, and the guide even outlines some career paths.
Yeah.
You could go into sales management or specialize in something like renewable energy consulting or energy efficiency auditing.
Yeah. There are so many options for growth and specialization,
There are.
which is great for people who are looking for a really dynamic career.
And don't forget, RoleCatcher's AI can help you figure out those career paths and what skills you need to get there.
Right? Their career compass feature is awesome.
It is, okay, so to wrap up this deep dive, here's a final thought for you.
Yeah.
Since the energy industry is changing so quickly,
Yeah.
think about how you can be like a really valuable asset in this new landscape.
Yeah.
How can you show that you get renewable energy, smart grid technology, and what customers need now?
Embrace the changes and the challenges that come along with it.
Right.
And don't be afraid to show your passion for creating a more sustainable energy future.
We know that with the right prep and all the amazing tools and resources we've talked about,
Yeah.
you're going to ace that interview
You will.
and have a really successful career as an electricity sales rep.
Remember, confidence is key.
Yes.
Show them what you know, let your enthusiasm shine through,
Right.
and most importantly, be yourself.
And don't forget all the resources we talked about, links to RoleCatcher's platform, the career guides.
All in the show notes.
They're all in the show notes.
Good luck with your interview, and until next time, keep on learning, keep on growing, and keep on diving deep.
Absolutely, show.